into the theme of a celebration, right? You think about it, a celebration is actually a very positive theme, right? It's about having fun and it's about enjoying yourself. But then how do we generate a conflict in the middle of a fun time, right? That's the challenge, right? It's more difficult, right? Whereas if the theme is like, a misunderstanding or, a bad day or, like a disaster, then a conflict will be easier to write. But in this case, right, it's a happy theme. So it's harder to write a conflict, right? So I'm going to go through the conflict again so that we can kind of remember what it's all about, okay? And then we can try to do a good job of building a conflict in the middle of what we are writing in a celebration, okay? So remember, internal conflict is a character's internal struggle, right? Very good, right? Andrea told us that. It's about struggling with your own emotions, your own doubts, or your own difficult decisions, okay? I'm sure you all have been in a situation where you had to make a difficult decision, right? Okay, and it's difficult, right? You have to like think about it and you have to think about it again. That is an internal conflict, okay? And when you write your story, giving your character that kind of thinking and thinking again is a very good practice, okay? So you let the reader know how difficult the decision or the doubt or the struggle is for your character, okay? External conflict, on the other hand, is more straightforward, right? It can be somebody else, a big bully. That can be an external conflict, okay? A fierce person, right? That can be an external conflict, okay? A very scary dog, right? That you encounter on a deserted street. That can be an external conflict, right? Bad weather can also be an external conflict, okay? So I'm sure there are many examples you can think of, but they are basically outside of you, okay? And they can cause you harm, right? That kind of fear or that kind of harm is what creates external conflict, okay? So in the case of a celebration, I think most of you wrote an external conflict, right? You wrote about something going wrong, right? Okay, something going wrong with your celebration. Am I right? Okay. Can you all give me some ideas about what were some of the things that went wrong? What were the external conflicts that happened in your story? Can some of you give me some ideas? Okay, Eric, sure, go ahead.
The cake got destroyed.
Okay, so the cake somehow got destroyed, whether it fell down or you pushed it off the table, the cake got destroyed. Very good. Isin?
Someone got hurt.
Someone got hurt. Very good, right? Someone got hurt. That is an external conflict. Good. Titus?
Someone tripped and fell.
All right, someone fell, someone got hurt. Okay, very good. Similar to Isin's point. Good, thank you. Okay, Cheyenne, what about you?
Someone lost your birthday present.
Okay, someone lost the present, misplaced it, right? Okay, good. That is an external conflict, something going wrong outside. Andrea?
Someone forgot to bring a birthday present.
Someone forgot to bring a birthday present, right? So in the end, right, there's disappointment. Again, an external conflict. Okay, very good. Well done. All of those are good examples of an external conflict. And in this story, do you agree with me it's easier to write an external conflict? Right? Because you're looking at something happening in the environment, right? The place that you're going to, something goes wrong. Okay, or the people who are coming, something goes wrong, right? Easier to write an external conflict. So that's fine, okay? If you only chose to write an external conflict, that's okay. But did anybody think of potential internal conflicts that could happen from such a storyline? Does anybody have any ideas about what internal conflict could happen in this story on a celebration? Anyone? Does anybody have one? If not, then Mr. Pang will build one later. Is that okay? Right? We'll build one together, okay? In the climax, we will build an internal conflict and an external conflict, okay? Yeah, that's good. All right, that's fine. Okay, so let's move on, okay? So we talked about internal and external conflict. Then we talked about why conflict is important, right? Because it drives the plot forward. It gives you more information about the character. The character's reaction will tell you what kind of character it is. Okay, and then of course it creates a lot of excitement, right? Because when something goes wrong, you tend to pay more attention. Am I right, everybody? Right? When everything is okay, you are very relaxed, right? When something goes on, like you suddenly hear a siren, right? Don't your attention suddenly perk up? Don't you suddenly go, oh, what's that? Right? Yeah. So something goes wrong, it creates excitement and tension. Yes, Andrea?
Can I go toilet?
Please don't need to ask. You can go ahead, all right? If you keep on disrupting the lesson, then it will be a bit difficult. So just go if you need to, all right? No need to ask permission. Okay, so as I was saying, so something can create tension or excitement when it goes wrong, right? So that's the purpose of a conflict. And finally, a conflict can help us to learn lessons. Remember I said at the last paragraph, what must we learn? We must learn a lesson, right? Yeah. So the lesson comes when we overcome the problem, right? We overcome the difficulty. We overcome the doubt, all right? And at the end of the day, we learn something. Either we learn something about ourselves or we learn something about the world around us, okay? And that's what conflict does. It gives us lessons, okay? We learn a lesson. And many of you wrote at the end of your story, right? I learned the lesson to be more careful. Did you not? Right? Many of you put that in your coda, right? The last paragraph. I learned to be a bit more careful or attentive of my surroundings, okay? That was in many of your compositions, and that's very good, okay? That shows that you've learned a lesson from a difficult experience, right? From external conflict. Okay, good. So all of you understand this, huh? So these are some examples that we've already discussed, so I don't think we need to go through that very much, okay? And how do we get to the conflict? Well, we need to ask some questions, okay? And this is the part that I feel a lot of you did not do enough of, the emotions, right? Okay, many of you wrote what happened to the character, you are the character, but you didn't give me an idea about how you felt. Okay, remember in oral, I teach you all, every time you all talk about your personal experience, what must you always include? Anybody? When you talk about your experience, E must always lead to what? Kaylen, go ahead. Kaylen, unmute yourself. Feelings, very good, yes. So E must lead to F, right? Experience must lead to feelings. So same thing, when you're writing the story and you're writing about your character's experiences, what happened to your character, you must always add your feelings, right? I felt horrified, right? I was shocked, right? I was angry, right? I was furious, right? I was frustrated, right? I was helpless, right? Your feelings are very important, okay? Anytime you talk about your experience, you must always have an attendant feeling. And the more you can write about the feelings, the better and more interesting your story will get, right? Because the reader will really feel for you, right? When you share your experiences and your feelings, the reader will feel sympathy for you, or the reader will feel the same way as you because they have the same feelings. Got it, everybody? So if you want your writing to be really good, then you need to add feelings in. Not just what happened, but how you felt. Not just what happened, but how you felt. Okay, everybody? And lastly, you all made a lot of careless mistakes in your language. I think because you were rushing. Were you rushing to finish the composition in time? Was it because Mrs. Hijab gave you a time limit and then you all really had to rush for it? Was that why? Okay. Today, Mr. Pang is going to teach you an acronym that will help you to remember to check your work and not to rush all the way to the end. And the acronym is called Okay, everybody just in your own time, don't need to unmute, just say Sounds like a cow, right? But it's very effective, It's M, 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 M. Okay, each M stands for something, M, 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 okay? Did y'all get it already? Okay, what does each M stand for? Let's see if you remember it when I come and see you on Monday. Minimizing mistakes means maximizing marks. Got it? Do you need me to repeat myself again? Minimizing mistakes means maximizing marks. First M is minimizing, second M is mistakes, third M is means, fourth M is maximizing, fifth M is marks. Minimizing mistakes means maximizing marks. Okay, so imagine that you've just prepared a beautiful dish and you want to say how delicious it is. What do you say? How do you make sure your dish is delicious? You've got to check that you've minimized mistakes, meaning maximize marks. Got it? So your dish, your composition is delicious. When the reader reads it, they won't trip over mistakes. They will love the flow of your story. Minimizing mistakes means maximizing marks. Got it, everybody? So every time you get to the end of the composition, the sound you must make is And what does the stand for? Minimizing mistakes means maximizing marks. Everybody mouth it together with me. Minimizing mistakes means maximizing marks. Minimizing mistakes means maximizing marks. Minimizing mistakes means maximizing marks. Got it, everybody? And your checking will help you to minimize mistakes, meaning that you will maximize your marks. All right? The less mistakes you make, the better your composition will be. It will sound and it will feel better. right? Minimizing mistakes means maximizing marks. Got it, everybody? So when you see me in the hall, when I come back on Wednesday, you will all look at me and go, Not that Mr. Pang is delicious, but what you're trying to tell me is that minimizing mistakes means maximizing marks. Got it, everybody? So when you finish, try to leave 5 minutes to do 1 minute for each M, right? 5 minutes. Minimizing mistakes means maximizing marks, okay? That way, you will not make too many careless mistakes, right? And many of you are very stingy with your full stops, huh? You're not putting full stops to end your sentences. Your sentence go on and on forever. Huh? It's like you don't need to breathe. Huh? It was a beautiful day. Jalen was going to the bubble, and then after that, they did this, and then they did that, and then they did that, and then they did that, and they did that, until you die of lack of oxygen. Okay? You must say, it was a beautiful day, full stop. Ellen and James were at home enjoying themselves, full stop. They could not wait to see their parents come home with the presents that they were promised, full stop. Can you hear the full stops at the end of every sentence? If I don't put a full stop, everything is going to sound like the same sentence. And you will run out of breath and you won't be able to breathe. Okay? So again, minimizing mistakes means maximizing marks. Check that you have put your full stops in place. Check that you have not written sentences that are too long. Check that you're not going on and on and on. Got it, everybody? Minimizing mistakes means maximizing marks. All right? Got it, everybody? Do you all understand? Is it a simple rule to remember? Right, let's test somebody. Okay, who is confident? Okay, Joshua, tell me, what does stand for?
Minimizing mistakes means maximizing marks.
Phew, I thought you were going to say maximizing mistakes means minimizing marks. That would be really horrible. Okay, very good. Please don't get it wrong, huh? Okay, don't maximize mistakes and minimize marks, huh? You want to minimize mistakes and maximize marks, okay? Very tricky, huh? So you got to keep practicing it, huh? Otherwise, Joshua will get 0, huh? Maximizing mistakes. See, Mr. Pang himself got confused. Maximizing mistakes means minimizing marks is wrong, huh? Minimizing mistakes means maximizing marks is correct, huh? What did I just say? Are you all confused? No, you're not confused because you're all smart kids. Okay, good. All right. So I said identifying conflicts is very important, and you need to identify not just the conflict, but identify your mistakes as well, because minimizing mistakes maximizes marks, right? Okay. So remember, today we're going to focus on rising action, climax, and resolution. Only these 3 parts. Okay? Got it? Are you all ready? Okay, I've gotten halfway through already. Very good. Well done. We're halfway done. Now I'm going to share the document. Okay. And then we're going to work on this document together, only looking at the rising action, the climax, and the falling action. Because remember, we've already written the first 2 paragraphs of this story. Can you all remember? Okay, Mr. Pang already showed you, right, in the lab, the first 2 paragraphs, the introduction and the rising action, right? So I'm going to continue the rising action into the climax, and then I'm going to go into the resolution for this story. Okay, but so far, do you all have any questions? Any questions at all? Please raise your hands. Yishan, are you raising your hands? No? Okay. Anytime I see a hand, I'm going to check. Okay, Kaden, do you have a hand raised? No? Okay, good. All right, so I take it that we're all good, right? And I take it that we kind of remember the story. Do you all remember the story I wrote? Do you all remember? What was the name of the character? Yes, Brennan? Do you remember?
Edwin.
Edwin, that's right. It was my name, right? Yeah, it was my name. I was the character in the story, right? Okay. So in this case, right, the story I'm writing, am I the character? Am I the character? Yeah, okay. So my name is Edwin. Okay, so I'm going to write it from my perspective, okay? Right? Okay. So now I'm going to develop an internal conflict, okay? Based off of an external conflict, right? So I'm gonna start with an external conflict, then I'm gonna work in an internal conflict, okay? Remember, the story is about a celebration. So I cannot focus too much on the conflict, right? I want to get to the celebration quickly so that at the end of the day, I can move on and I can make sure that my story is focused on the right thing, which is on a celebration and not on the conflict, right? Okay, I don't want to focus on the conflict. I want to focus on the celebration, okay? The celebration. Who is not muted? Can I check? Is somebody not muted? Alexander, your computer is not muted. Please mute it. Yep, thank you very much. I can hear you in the background. All right, very good. Thank you. Right, so now let's go into the actual problem with this, okay? So the celebration, right? Okay, right. I'm just gonna go into the conflict, okay? Just then, mother emerged from the kitchen with a humongous chocolate cake. Okay, how many of you like chocolate cake? Right? Yeah. Now, can somebody give me an expression for really being excited, right? What's an expression for showing that someone's super excited when he sees or she sees something? Anybody? What's an expression? Andrea? I was
very exhilarated.
exhilarated. Okay. Eric Shah?
Grinning from ear to ear.
I was grinning from ear to ear. Good. Anybody else? I'll try to combine a few of these together, okay? So I show you how you can combine some expressions, and not just have one. Okay, anybody else with anything about being super excited? Yes, Ian and Alexander, what might it be?
I smiled with joy.
Okay, so I think grinning from ear to ear is kind of the same as smart with joy, right? But slightly better. So I want something else besides grinning from ear to ear and exhilarated. Helen, what about you?
Squealing with delight.
Okay, grinning with delight and grinning from ear to ear are about the same. Anything else? Anything else? Yeah, Ian, go ahead.
On top of the moon.
Okay, not on top of the moon, over the moon. You can't be on top of the moon, right? You're over the moon. Remember the cow jumps over the moon. The cow doesn't get stuck on the moon, on top of it. No. Okay, so over the moon. Okay, that's good, that's good. I was over the moon and grinning from ear to ear. Okay, okay. Happy enough? Excited enough? Okay, I've just combined two excitement expressions, right, to make it even more exciting, okay? Yes, Janessa, did you want to add something?
As happy as a dog with two tails.
Okay. Oh dear. Over the moon, grinning from ear to ear, and as happy as a dog with two tails. Gosh, that's a lot, huh? Okay. Are you okay if I just stick to two? Otherwise, got dog, got moon, got ear, you know, a lot of things, very crowded, okay? Let's stick to just two, okay? Otherwise, it feels a little bit weird, too many things going on at the same time, The poor dog jumping over the moon and then, you know, getting grinning from ear to ear, Okay. Yes, Titus, what is it?
The words are too small for me to see.
Small. Okay, sure, no problem. Let me zoom in a little bit. Try to have your Zoom session on a device with a bigger screen in the future. Do you think y'all can do that? Okay, yeah, so that you can see more clearly. Is this better, Titus? Can you see more clearly? Okay, awesome. Right, no worries. Okay, so let's move on. Andrea, did you have something else you wanted to say?
I wanted to say delighted.
Okay, but delighted is, I'm sure you're not as strong as over the moon, right? Yeah, over the moon is a stronger expression, so we'll stick to that. Okay, yeah, all right. So I was grinning from ear to ear. I ran to mother and jumped up excitedly to have a closer look at my birthday cake. Okay. So obviously mother just baked it, right? Now, this is where the problem happens, right? What's going to happen when I jump up to take a closer look at the cake? What's going to happen when I jump up to take a closer look at the cake? Something bad is going to happen, right? I want external conflict here, right? Yeah, Eric Shah, go ahead.
She accidentally dropped the cake because she didn't expect that.
Okay, but before mother dropped the cake, right, I must do something to it, right? That causes mother to drop the cake, right? Mother won't suddenly, ayah, you know, that wouldn't be something that mother would do, right? Yeah, that wouldn't be something very logical. So something must happen. Alexis, yeah. Remember, every step is important. Go ahead.
You bump into your mother.
Yes, right. I bumped into my mother, right? Remember, you must write every step clearly. Otherwise, the reader cannot read your mind. The reader can only read your story. Say that together with me. The reader cannot read my mind. The reader can only read my story. Okay? So what's in your mind must come out on the paper. Otherwise, I won't know what you are thinking. Okay? So, I accidentally bumped into mother and she screamed as she dropped the cake, okay? Right, now why is it important for mother to scream? If mother dropped the cake, right, will mother just go, oops? No, right? Mother won't go, or mother won't go, ayah, right? It's not dramatic enough, right? For the work that she's put in to bake this cake, right? It has to be super dramatic. So it's probably she screamed or she yelled, right, in fright, or she was like, shocked and surprised, right? That kind of thing, okay? Andrea, did you raise your hand, or were you just forgetting to lower your hand? Yeah, I forgot to lower your hand. Okay, so she screamed as she dropped the cake, right? The beautiful chocolate. Okay, so here is where you want to dramatize, huh? Okay, drop onto the floor and smashed into many small pieces. My cake was ruined. Okay, now this is the external conflict, right? Now my character's emotions, right? I have to have internal conflict already, right? I have to internal conflict, right? Okay, so I must have a negative emotion, right? What emotion do I feel when I witness this scene unfold in front of me? What emotion would come into my mind? So you see, I'm building on the emotion, right? What emotion would come into my mind? Okay, besides Andrea, would somebody else like to try? Okay, Brandon, go ahead.
Guilt.
Before guilt, right? Something more dramatic than that, okay? Isin, go ahead.
Shock.
Shock, okay. Kaylen, was it also shock?
Sadness.
Okay, extreme sadness, right? I was shocked and horrified, right? By the scene in front of me, okay? Right, Andrea, go ahead.
I burst into tears.
Yes, right, I burst into tears. Okay? Mother, did mother just stand there and look at me crying? Did she just shake her and walk away? No, right? Mother can't be so heartless, right? What did mother do? Okay. Yeah. Let's see. What did mother do? I'm going to ask somebody else that's not raising their hands. Okay. Shan, what did mother do?
Mother comforted the main character.
Okay. Mother tried to comfort me. Okay. Okay. But do you think I was comforted? Right? Mother tried to comfort me and you know I was. So but what did I do instead? Okay. What did I do? Instead of being comforted, what else did I do? The problem gets worse. Remember? The problem gets worse. Remember? Okay. Andrea, go ahead.
I screamed even more.
I screamed even more, right? Yeah, I was even more sad, right? But right, I only sobbed even louder. Okay. Okay. I was, yes, Andrea, sorry. Go ahead.
I did it on accident. I wanted to lower my hand.
Okay, lower it then.
Sorry.
Go ahead. It's all right. Ericsha?
Heartbroken.
Okay, I was heartbroken, right? But I knew that I had to cheer up. Because, why must I cheer up? Because it was, anybody? Why did I have to cheer up? Hugo, why did I have to cheer up?
Because it's like all your fault. It's like not really your mother's fault. It's not really your father's fault. It's your fault.
Oh, but then does that make you cheer up, Hugo? Does acknowledging that it's your fault make you cheer up? Not really, right? Okay. So I'm asking you what it would do. What is it that you remember that makes you cheer up? Yuquan, go ahead.
Because it's my birthday.
Yeah, correct. It was my birthday, right? So I couldn't remain like glum and unhappy, right? On my birthday, right? It was my birthday, okay? My birthday, okay? Right? Now, something has to change, right? So this paragraph, right, the problem got worse, right? I bumped into my mother, the cake smashed, and then I got even sadder because, I couldn't be comforted, right? But now I've got to rescue this situation and get back to the celebration, okay? I've got to get back to the celebration. Otherwise, I will spend the whole story writing about the problem. Is this story about a problem? Is it about a problem? Lorraine, is it about the problem? Is it about the problem, Lorraine? What is the story about, supposed to be about?
The story is supposed to be about the birthday
About the seller?
celebration.
About the celebration, right? So how would I twist this to get back to the celebration? What can be the solution to the problem that can get me back on track to celebrating my birthday again? Let's see. Can I ask somebody else? Okay. Okay. Cheyenne.
Mother ordered another cake.
Okay. Right. Without hesitating, right? So mother immediately, mother didn't hesitate, mother immediately ordered an ice cream cake from what is Mr. Pang's favorite restaurant? Yeah, you all know, right? Janessa, what's Mr. Pang's favorite restaurant?
Vincent,
Yeah, okay, from Swenson.
still have another question.
Yes, go ahead.
Actually, how long is this Zoom meeting?
Oh, it's going to be finished very soon, in another 10
Okay.
to 15 minutes, okay? We're going to be finishing very soon. But before that, maybe a short booklet session, is that okay? Right? Yeah, so I won't take too long. I'm going to finish up very soon because we're not writing the whole composition, right? We're just doing the climax and the falling action, okay? So we're coming to the end already. We won't need to end the whole story, right? So, and in the blink of an eye, means what? You all know what is in the blink of an eye? You all know, right? You all know, right? Dylan, what is in the blink of an eye?
Instantly.
Yes, instantly, right? The cake was delivered to our home. Okay, my mood transformed from what to what? So my mood changed, right? The moment I see the ice cream cake appear in the door, am I still depressed and sad and utterly heartbroken? No. How do I change? What does it change? Joshua, what does it change from into?
My mood changed from sad to happy.
To extreme delight, right? Yeah, okay. Extreme delight because I'm going to eat the ice cream cake, right? Okay. My family gathered around the delicious, what flavor ice cream should we put? What is Mr. Pang's favorite flavor? Do you all know? Not chocolate, by the way, in case you were guessing. Let's see. Shupo?
Vanilla.
Vanilla? No. Ew. No. Wrong. Let's see who's the lucky person who guesses my favorite flavor. I give you a hint. The color of this flavor is the same color as nature. Okay. Mu Yan, what do you think? Or Claire, whichever one, you're all together in one window.
Mint.
Mint! Yeah! My favorite flavor is mint. Yeah, okay. So the mint, the delicious mint chocolate, right? Because mint has chocolate, right? There's like little flecks of chocolate in mint, right? Mint chocolate cake. We sang a lovely birthday song. And my parents give me what? My parents give me what? Hugs and kisses, ah? No, right? Yeah. Titus,
Presents.
I want you to describe the presents. I don't just want the word presents. I want
Presents wrapped with gold wrappers.
oh, nice. Okay. A huge present wrapped in gold wrapping paper. Good, 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 good. Okay. Now y'all get to choose what's inside the computer. Not computer, sorry. You get to choose what's inside the box, and it's not a computer. I don't want computers. Okay. Lorraine, what's in the present?
I don't know.
Okay, Lorraine doesn't know. Andrea? A pet? Ayo. Oh, so sad. Reminds me of Mr. Pang's lost pet. Thaddeus? Don't want pet.
A book.
A book? So boring. No. No books. Sorry, I hope you don't mind. Amira? Quick, quick, quick. Gonna finish soon already. Once we get the present, we finish already. Amira, are you there? Can't hear you, Amira. Alexis?
Capybara.
Huh, capybara? Huh? A capybara is an endangered species, you know. Huh? You want to smuggle an endangered species and give it to Mr. Pang as a present? You want me to get jailed, is it? No. No, don't accept. Yishan?
Like the hamster you have.
Hamster. Hamster also considered pet. Don't want. Pets make me heartbroken. I just lost my dog. No. I want something non-living. I don't want anything living. I want non-living thing. Non-living thing. Okay. Okay. Arissa?
Toy capybara.
Toy capybara. Okay lah. Can lah. All right. It's a giant capybara soft toy like the one that's behind me somewhere. Okay, let me show you my soft toy giant capybara. Are you ready to see my soft toy giant capybara? Yeah. Okay. Shall now show you soft toy giant capybara.
The capybara.
Okay. Okay, soft toy giant capybara. Actually, it's not really, camera's not really focusing, all right? So almost as big as Mr. Pang giant capybara. Okay, so this is the present that I received in gold foil paper wrapped up in a gigantic present. Okay, so can you see it's gigantic? It's really huge, right? So remember, when you add an example into your story, you must make sure the example is fun and you must make sure that it's really memorable. Otherwise, if you just give a book, oh man, that's so boring, right? So make sure that you have a present that's exciting and interesting, okay? For example, the gigantic strangleable capybara, okay? Yeah, there you go, right? So I'm going to put him down right now. Goodbye, okay? So let's go, right? So it was a gigantic, furry, cute-looking capybara toy. Okay, I was okay, I already used over the moon, right? Please don't give me over the sun. Can you give me something else that is you know, like you know, really happy besides, you know, over the moon and whatnot? Janessa?
The same one I said just now.
Which is what?
As happy as a dog with two tails.
Okay, as happy as capybara with two, no, dog with two tails, because capybaras have no tails. Wait, let me check. Nope, no tails, right? Happy as a dog with two tails. Okay, so capybaras have no tails, huh? With two tails, right? It was the best celebration of my life, right? Okay, do y'all get it? I repeat the word celebration again. Do you know why I repeated the word celebration again? Yeah, Kaylen, why? Yi-Chen, can you stop dancing with your soft toy? Yes, Kaylen?
Because it's the topic.
Yes, I must always include the topic again towards the end of the story so that I remind the examiner that I am focused on the theme. I'm writing about the celebration. I'm not writing about something going wrong. I'm not writing about an accident where the cake got destroyed. I'm writing about a celebration. Got it, everybody? You must not forget what you're writing about. Huh? Don't start with a celebration and end with an accident. Got it, everybody? Then you'll be out of point. Huh? A lot of you did that, right? You were starting with a celebration. In the end, your whole story was about an accident. Right? Your whole story about somebody falling down. Don't do that, okay? Keep your eyes on the prize, okay? Look at what's really important. Focus on the thing that is important in your story and you will not go wrong, okay? Done. Everybody clear? All right. Can I move on now? Okay. Can I go into booklet now? Okay. We'll just cover some elements of a narrative again, okay? Okay. Andrea, sorry, you had a hand raised. Did you want to do something? Andrea, are you okay?
That's just now.
Oh, okay. Can you please lower your hand, please? Thank you very much. Okay, I'm gonna start. Hold on now. Let me just save the set and then start the set. Okay. All right. Shall we do I don't know, what do you want to do?
Mr. Pang,
Yep. Yes, dear.
as you said, the SLS we don't do first because of the Zoom meeting. Can we do the SLS thing now?
Okay, don't do the SLS yet because you actually already did the second draft when you wrote the story out for Mrs. Ijat. Got it? So the second draft is actually what you were meant to do on SLS for part 2. Okay, so you actually already did it. So don't do anything until Monday. Is that okay? You have no homework over this weekend. You just wait for Mr. Pang to send you the mark composition and then you go and do another version of it. You improve on it based on the comments I've sent to you, okay? Just wait for it. It will come to you shortly. All right, but before that, can you all please decide on what game we're going to play? Otherwise, we won't have time to play already, okay?
Can you
Yeah.
send the link in the chat?
No, I'm just going to show you the number. There's no link, right? You all know how to go to the booklet link, right? You all know how to do it, right? Okay, hold on, wait, I'm just going to choose Gold Quest. Is that okay? Is everybody okay with Gold Quest? Just a short one, just a short one, okay? It's not gonna take very long. Okay, hold on, Gold Quest. Okay, I'm gonna host it, and now I'm gonna share the screen. Don't worry, hold on, okay? I'm just gonna share the screen. Okay, and then you all will get the code, and then I will send the link to you, okay? Okay, let me share the link. Hold on.
Mr. Pang,
Hold on. Okay, I sent you the link on the chat.
Mr. Pang,
Yes.
I
Sorry?
don't really know how to go in.
Can you just go to the browser or you go into chat, you click on bluecurt.com. You go into the chat under Zoom, there should be a chat. I send the link bluecurt.com, click on it. Okay, then use the number 9611439 to enter in. Okay. All right, I'm going to stop the recording now because this part is just you guys playing, okay?